This is a song I have been meaning to get to for, I think, since it came out. The timing actually works out very well because Neki has a song debuting. I am going to check this out. This is Maze. I've been told it's Maze. Stop. It's the best song I've ever heard. Let's watch this. We're still rocking the Dodger jersey, huh? Ooh, that leaves weird. I like that. That bass is so good. Chugging rhythm guitar underneath it. Left channel? This is very good. That's tough to do, which is that little octave jump. I think it is so hard to do as a singer. This song is, have I said it's good? It's very good. This is how you write a rock song. And all throughout it, the drumming and the bass playing off each other. Okay, there's a solo coming. I like that beat. I've heard that slap style before. I know exactly who that reminds me of. Wow! After having gone back and listened to this several more times, the thing I keep coming back to is this is such a complete rock song. The bass is so attention grabbing, and I've said this now. This is the third Neki song that I've done. I think Kanade's bass playing and that sound is what makes at least those first two songs, I thought, is what made those really pop. I'll get more into this in a minute because I just want to focus on the song. But this sequencing of releases that they have done as a band, I think, was so well executed. But I'll touch on that in a second. This starts with an immediately attention-grabbing slap bass sequence that basically rides through the entire song. Right at the end, I'm like, oh, I recognize that. And it's one of these things I've heard other bass players say, like, if you could play this riff, this, how she plays, you could play like 95% of like anything that like Flea from the Red Hot Chili Peppers plays. She starts with a, it's like a, and just rides a C sharp, isn't it? Yep. But I think that's the pattern that she is slapping that at slap, pop. That's Flea. Obviously, Flea does other stuff. I'm a big Flea fan, but that's I think the same pattern that he's playing in Aeroplane. Yeah. So that's the mystery of how Kanade tears it up in Maze. It's a variation on something I've heard Flea play for years, and it's something she does really well. As I was watching, and this is how I've seen her play basically everything. She has such a wide thumb slap. Like, I wish I could do that, but I'm not as accurate as she is. And it's, I don't know, maybe some bass players would sit and go, well, that's just wasted motion, which is wasted energy, and you get tired that way. I think it looks awesome. That kind of playing in a live environment has to look great. And I think it's like a cool indicator. Like it's almost like a technique flex. Show off a little bit for the audience, because again, no mystery as to what she's doing. She's slapping. You could tell from, the back of the venue. And I think that is just such a cool way to play an instrument. Maze does something pretty interesting. So as I said before, Kanade's on that C sharp octave with like a slide. That's the foundation of this whole song. And I say it's interesting because there isn't any obvious chord progression. It's C sharp that whole time in the verse, sprinkled in with some very cool rhythm parts that I believe that's Natsu playing, because Hika's singing. I will say, speaking of Hika, I think of the three, and I always struggle to, lock something in and put it in stone, etch it in stone that this is the best, and this is, because my taste will fluctuate, and I'll feel different about something tomorrow than I did today. But I'll say right here and now in this moment that I think of the three songs, I think this is vocally Hika's strongest, for a litany of reasons. I think it's a very vocally dominant first part of the first verse. It's not even really a verse, because they just kind of can carry on through that C sharp chug the whole time and find different ways to fill in that blank canvas. That's why I think it's so interesting, because there is no true, we're here and then we're here and then we're here. They save all that for the chorus. Building from drumming tandem, bass tandem, Hika singing over the top, building into like this, again, just chugging that dun 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 dun, dun from Natsu. And then it gets a little more hectic, a little more, like octave slides, I think they are. And then it culminates to this big, it's what you heard going into that first verse. This is where they start to move a little bit. It's a good chorus, and I think I remarked on it while it was happening. But those octave jumps that Hika does, as a singer, it's something I have always been not good at. So she makes something that I find to be very challenging seem incredibly easy. Guys, that's tough. And I don't know if it was just like I had to refresh myself on what Get Over and Raging Girl sounded like. And I like those songs. But again, I keep coming back to this is such a complete rock song. And I think of the three, this is probably the most, to me, dynamically interesting. And that little octave jump that Hika does in the chorus is just one example of many as to like what kind of sets this apart from everything else that I've heard them do so far. I'm not a songwriter, but I notice this stuff when I hear it sometimes. First verse was long, but you're building, you're filling in the canvas, you're bringing the person listening to the song somewhere that culminates in this big chorus. And you kind of bring it back down. It's just bass again, bass and slap, bass and drumming. They change it up. First of all, they cut it in half and do this like half-step interval. And they cut it in half. It's a good arrangement, too. Yeah, I like the sequence. Attention-grabbing bass slapping, which is the foundation of your song. Build over that. Very strong vocals. Punchy percussions. It's good alliteration. Build into the chorus. Do the verse again. Add some cool, crunchy bar chords over the da 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 da. Bring the chorus back a second time because it was so good. You got to do it again. After the chorus, let Natsu shred for about 20-something seconds. Good solo. Bring it back. More punchy percussions. Then you do the chorus again and you're out. It feels like the four of them were like, we're good musicians. We have the foundation because our bass player is a freaking cyborg. Let's just work with that and build over it. This song was great. And I said that the sequencing of events was something I was thinking about as I was listening to this. Because when Neki released Get Over, it caught on so quick and so many people were talking about it. Really worked. I mean, the song being good is certainly helpful. But the attention that they got from it worked really well. And I liked Raging Girl. Of the three, I'll say it again, I think this is dynamically the most interesting to listen to. This was the song to cement like who they are as a band, in my opinion. Get Over and Raging Girls were like good starters. This is them planting their flag and going like, we're really good at this. And they are really, really good at making music and writing good rock songs. A lot of the bands I've watched and reacted to are fairly well established. You know, Gottschalk's been Bandmade, The Warning. You know, they have a body of work that people are familiar with and have talked about. It's not so often that I get to see a band like in real time have their debut and then grow into what they are growing into. Like to see them culminate a following and cultivate a fan base. I think that's really neat. The four of them have a fan in me for sure. I think this has all worked out quite well. And I haven't listened to the entirety of Exclamation. I meant to do this song back when it first came out, but per usual, I got distracted. Obviously, I'm sitting here, I'm holding a bass. That is because I know that Kanade takes the time to post... Where is it? Where are you? She posts full playthroughs of her parts on these songs. And obviously, I've talked about just the enjoyment of watching somebody play in that style. I'm not a great slap player. I'm really not. But let's see how much of this we can pick up. And again, let's just appreciate. So high up. That's cool. hear how she starts the pattern again with a pop? That's cool. She's so pleasant, too. I could not be as engaging as she is playing what she's playing. That's... She puts her own percussion, her own rhythm in the verse. Oh, I do want to see this breakdown. Right? Okay, you know what? I'm going to give this a shot. This is, oh God. This is going to be tough. Wonderful accuracy, wonderful tone, incredibly engaging while she's playing. This is like effortless to her. She does a lot of leading with her first finger too. That one sequence in the chorus there. And then she's back. Ba, 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 ba. Oh God, you know what? I have a great learning tool at my disposal. I would be stupid baka bassist myself if I did not take this opportunity to try and figure out what Kanade is doing in this song. I'm a little nervous. That was as tough as I expected it to be. If you've made it to this point of the video, thank you so much for watching. Kanade is a certified grade A beast at playing the bass. I took a crack at it. Not my best, easily not my best, because I'm not, I can slap a little bit, but for what this song requires, like if you're a slap bassist, like I definitely recommend learning the song because it has to be a lot of fun if you can do it properly, which I can't. But there's some other really fun stuff in here, some fills, rhythmically, some stuff that's dynamic compared to what the rest of the rhythm of the song is. And again, such a great teaching tool available that Kanade posts full playthroughs of her parts on this that I had to give it a shot. That's Maze by Neki. I did want to try and get this done by the time they have their newest song out called Loner. Didn't work out that way. Loner I will check into at a later date, but that's everything I have on Maze. Thank you to Neki, really putting out some quality rock music that I can get into. Thank you to Kanade for being just a wonderful bass player. Very fun, very enjoyable, and thank you for posting these full-length playthroughs so amateurs like me can get a sense of what is happening in this song, and it is a lot. If you would like to follow along with me or reach out at any time, you can follow me on social media. If you would like to keep me in iced coffee, you may do that. You are not obligated to do that. However, you are obligated to have fun and enjoy music and have fun enjoying music, and I got it. One take this time. Ha! Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Roll credits.